I recognize the member from Memram Cook, Tantramar.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I guess I'll add some thoughts to the debate that's happening today on Bill 18, an Act to amend the Motor Vehicle Act. One of the main concerns, and I've expressed this already off the record, so I'm going to on the record, I am concerned about safety, and at this point, I guess we're really just looking at the second section of Bill 18, because the first part has been removed about vehicle registration. And so we're really just talking about the safety inspections at this point. And that was actually the part that I was more concerned about in this legislation. I'll tell a little story, personal story. Just this past year, one of my, and I think the Minister of Environment had asked at another time what I drive, so I have a used Prius that I drive to get to Fredericton, but we have another older car that we've had for a long time, and we took it in for an inspection, the yearly inspection, and they said that if it had gone much longer, the steering could have gone, and you know, so that yearly inspection may have saved my life. And I understand there's the argument that yes, you could go and you could have a problem occur right after an inspection, and that's true. However, we encourage people to go see their general practitioners on an annual basis, and it's true you could leave your doctor's office and fall down the stairs, but there's something about prevention and maintenance that's important with inspections. I think that I could have supported this if the amendment had passed to have more regular inspection, especially for older cars, and that is more of my concern. But I guess my question to the member opposite is around what we're discussing now. It seems like the first section was removed. This the government has committed to making this change, and I just want to clarify, if this change could just be done in regulation, is this bill still necessary?
Member, for your question. My understanding is the regulation supports the bill. It supports the legislation. So you can't have 2-year inspections if the law says it has to be done every year. So this bill will change that law every 2 years, but under regulation, you can say 3 years or newer to make sure that the regulations and the legislation coincide.
Okay, thank you for the answer. I feel like many questions have been answered already today, so that was just one that I still had that had come up based on the amendments that were made. I think that's all that I have for this. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Je reconnais le député de Kent Nord.
All right.
Je l'ai bien là.
Merci, Madame la Présidente. Quick question, just to make sure. Big fleets of cars, companies that have fleets, this is going to be regulation, I believe you said, so Cabinet could change that regulation without coming in the House. So companies, so this could be done in the future, right?
I'm not sure what Cabinet would decide to do. Again, all my bill relates to is passenger vehicles, privately used vehicles. So commercial vehicles, again, falls under regulation. I would suppose you're correct in that. The Department of Public Safety could make those changes if they wanted, probably without our input or insight.
So Cabinet could use this bill to do, and I know we talk about it often in the House, but Cabinet could use this to do a corporate handout to companies with big fleets of cars, because they run newer cars, right? usually we're talking about the bigger companies here, they run newer cars and get rid of them when they have a good resale value. So they'd never be paying in with this 3-year thing. Just something to think about. And I think, you know, a cabinet could use that anytime to give money to another corporate handout. Yeah.